Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum students. This is me from Progressive Model School main campus. I am here to teach physics of class 9th, unit number 6, work and energy. In previous video, we discussed the topic 6.5 and 6.6, which is about forms of energy and interconversion of energy. But in this video, we will study about the topic 6.7, which is major sources of energy. Now we start our topic 6.7, major sources of energy. So 6.7 is major sources of energy. The energy we use comes from the sun, wind and water power, etc. Actually all of the energy we get comes directly or indirectly from the sun. First of all, we know that sun is major source of energy, and the energy that we use in our daily life comes from the source like sun, wind and water power, etc. So we can say that this energy that we use comes directly and indirectly comes from sun. And next is fossil fuels. We use fossil fuels such as coal, oil and gas to overheat our houses and run industry and transport. They are usually hydrocarbons, compounds of carbon and hydrogen. First of all, fossil fuel is a mixture of coal, oil and gas, and these fossil fuels we use in our daily routine for heating and run industries and transport, etc. So fossil fuel are basically hydrocarbons, means compounds of carbon and hydrogen. Next is when they are burned, they combine with oxygen from the air. The carbon becomes carbon dioxide, hydrogen becomes hydrogen oxide called water, while energy is released as heat in case of coal. Means compound of carbon and hydrogen. Means when hydrocarbons burn, so they combine with oxygen and air, so they change their so they change that carbon becomes carbon dioxide, hydrogen becomes hydrogen dioxide, so it is called water. Now see two reactions, which is carbon plus oxygen. When carbon plus oxygen is combined, so it gives carbon dioxide plus heat energy. And next is hydrocarbons plus oxygen, means when hydrocarbons plus oxygen combine, so it gives carbon dioxide plus water plus heat energy. Means when carbon dioxide with oxygen, so it makes carbon dioxide plus heat energy is released. And second, when hydrocarbons combine with oxygen, then it makes carbon dioxide and make water and heat energy is released. Next is the fossil fuels took millions of years for their formation. They are known as non-renewable resources. We are using fossil fuels at a very fast rate. Their use is increasing day by day to meet our energy needs. If we continue to use them at present rate they will soon be exhausted. Means we know that the formation of fossil fuels took millions of years, then formation of fossil fuel is completed. That's why they are known as non-renewable resources. So the use of fossil fuel is very fast rate, and fossil fuel is used for burning and gas, and it is a major source of petrol. So the use of fossil fuel is increased day by day, and the quantity of fossil fuel is low. So it is difficult that the fossil fuel meet our energy needs, and when we use it continuously, so it will be exhausted soon. Once their supply is exhausted, the world would face serious energy crisis. Thus, fossil fuels would not be able to meet our future energy needs. This would cause serious social and economical problems for countries like us. Therefore, we must use them wisely and at the same time develop new energy sources for our future survival. Now let's see crisis of energy. Means when supply of fossil fuel is exhausted, so the world face badly economical problem, or our world face seriously energy crisis, and fossil fuels are not enough to meet our future energy needs because we need energy for future survival. So the lack of fossil fuels can major cause of social and economical problem for many countries like us. So we should use this energy many wisely, and we develop many dams and many other sources to meet our future needs. And next is, moreover, fossil fuels release harmful waste products. This waste product includes carbon monoxide and other harmful gases which pollutes the environment. This cause serious health problems such as headache, tension, nausea, allergic reactions, irritation of eyes, nose and throat. Long exposure of these harmful gases may cause asthma, lung cancer, heart disease and even damage to brain, nervous and other organs of our body. Means fossil fuels are hydrocarbons, and these fossil fuels is the cause of harmful waste products. Means when these fossil fuels burn, so it release many harmful waste products. So these waste products have carbon monoxide and many other harmful gases, and these waste products cause to pollute the environment. Means when these harmful gases or waste products released, so it can cause of many serious health problems like headache, tension, nausea, allergic reactions and irritation of eyes, nose and throat, etc. And these gases can also cause of lung cancer and heart disease, and also damage to our brain, nervous and other organs of our body. And next is nuclear fuels. In nuclear power plants, we get energy as a result of fission reaction. During fission reaction, heavy atoms such as uranium atom splits up into smaller parts, releasing a large amount of energy. Nuclear power plants give out a lot of nuclear radiation and vast amount of heat. A part of this heat is used to run power plants, while lot of heat goes waste into the environment. Means in nuclear fuels we get energy as a result of fission reaction in nuclear power plants. Means when fission reaction is take place, so during this reaction, like uranium atom, which is heavy atom, splits up or divide into smaller parts, so it's release a large amount of energy, and nuclear power plants gives a lot of nuclear radiations and vast amount of heat. So this part of heat is used in power plants, and a lot of heat also goes into the environment. Next is renewable energy sources. Sunlight and water power are the renewable sources of energy. They will not run out like coal, oil and gas. So the question is, what is renewable energy sources? So answer is that two factors are, number one is sunlight and second is water, and water power are the renewable sources, and these renewable sources cannot run without gas, coal and oil. So coal, oil and gas is very important for the renewable sources of energy. Next is energy from water. Energy from water power is very cheap. Dams are being constructed at stable location in different parts of the world. Dams serve many purposes. They help to control floods by storing water. The water stored in dam is used for irrigation and also to generate electrical energy without creating much environmental problems. Means we can get energy from water at a very cheap rate. So in our country, many dams are constructed at perfect location in different parts of the world. So this dam is used for many purposes. The first use of dam is that the dam is used to control flood by storing water, and second use of dam is that dam is used to store water, and this water is used for irrigation, and it is also used for generating electricity. Without creating electrical energy can cause many problems. And next topic is energy from the sun. Next topic is energy from the sun. Solar energy is the energy coming from the sun and is used directly and indirectly. Sunlight does not pollute the environment in any way. Means first of all, sun is major source of energy. So we comes energy from sun is solar energy, and this energy comes directly and indirectly from sun. So next, the sun rays are the ultimate source of life on the earth. We are dependent on the sun for all our foods and fuels. If we find a stable method to use a fraction of the solar energy reaching the earth, then it would be enough to fulfill our energy requirements. Means the sun rays that comes on earth is ultimate source of life, and we depend on sun for all our fuels and food. So if we use this energy wisely, so we can fulfill our future needs. Means if we find a stable method to use fraction of the solar energy reaching the earth, so it will be enough to fulfill our energy requirements. Next is solar house heating. The use of solar energy is not new. However, it is used in house and office as well as for commercial industrial purpose is quite recent. Means the energy comes from sun, and the use of solar energy is not new, and solar energy used at a very fast rate for many purposes like use in house, office, and also for commercial industrial purpose. Next is complete solar house heating system are successfully used in areas with a minimum amount of sunshine in winter. A heating system consists of number 1 a collector, number 2 a storage device, number 3 a distributing system. So many heating system is easily used in areas with a minimum amount of sunshine in winter. So heating system is consist of number 1 is a collector, number 2 is a storage device, and number 3 is a distribution system. Next, a solar collector made of glass panel over black metal plates. These plates absorb the sun energy, which heats the liquid flowing in the pipes at the back of the collector. The hot water can be used for cooking, washing, and heating the building. Solar energy is used in solar cookers, solar distillation plants, solar power plants, etc. Means we understand the solar house heating system. So first of all, a solar collector made up of glass panel over blank metal plates. So these plates are used to absorb the sun energy, and this is used to heat the liquid flowing in the pipe and at the back of the collector. So we can use hot water for many purposes like cooking, washing, heating, and building, etc. So next is solar cells. Solar energy can also be converted directly into the electricity by solar cell. Means in solar cell, solar energy easily converted directly into the electricity by solar cell. Next is a solar cell, also called photocell, is made from silicon water. When sunlight falls on a solar cell, it converts the light directly into electrical energy. Means solar cells can also called photocells because solar cell is made up from silicon water, and we know that how is solar energy converted into electrical energy. For example, when sunlight falls on a solar cell, so it converts the light directly into the electrical energy. Means when sunlight falls on a solar cell, so it converts the light directly into the electrical energy. And solar cell are used in calculator, watches, and toys. Means The many use of solar cell and solar cells is used in calculators, watches and toys, and large number of solar cells are wired together to form solar panels. Means when we combine solar cells, large number of solar cells then together, then it forms a solar panels. So solar panels can provide power to telephone booths, lighthouse and scientific research centers, and solar panels are also used to power satellites. So several other methods to trap sun rays are underway and its scientists could find an efficient and inexpensive method to use solar energy, then the people would get clean, limitless energy as long as the sun continues to shine. And next is wind energy. Wind has been used energy for centuries. It has powered sailing ships across the ocean. It has been used by windmills to grind grain and pump water. Means wind is a major source of energy. So we use wind as a source of energy for centuries. Wind energy is used for power sailing ships across the ocean, and it is also used for windmills to grind grain and pump water. Means wind power is used to turn wind turbines. When many wind machines are grouped together on wind farms, they can generate enough power to operate a power plant. So in the United States, some wind farms generate more than 1300 megawatt of electricity a day, and in Europe many wind farms routinely generate 100 megawatts of more electricity a day. Means wind is a major source of energy, and we use wind as a source of energy for centuries, and wind energy is used for powered sailing ships across the oceans. So it is also used for windmills to grind grain and pump water. So wind power is also used turn wind turbines, and means when many wind machines are combined together, so on a wind frame, so they can generate enough power to operate power plants. So next is geothermal energy. In some part of the world, the earth provides us hot water from geysers and hot springs. There molten part deep in the earth called magma. Water reaching close to the magma changes to steam due to the high temperature of magma. This energy is called geothermal energy. First of all, geothermal energy means the energy that we get from earth are geothermal energy. So means in some part of the world, earth provides us hot water. We can also get artificial hot water from geysers and hot springs. So in earth, a hot molten part is present called magma. So when this water changes to magma, when this water is reached near to magma and this water changes to magma into steams, means when water reach near to magma change to steams due to high temperature of magma, this energy is geothermal energy. Next, geothermal well can be built by drilling deeps near hot rocks or places where magma is not very deep. Water is then pushed down into the well. Means geothermal wells are built by drilling deep near hot rocks at places so there is magma near to upper surface of earth. Hot water is pushed upward into the well. Next, the rock quickly heats the water and change into steams. It expands and moves up to the surface. The steam can be used and offices to heating purpose, or it can be used to generate electricity. means the rocks quickly heat the water because magma is present near the upper surface of earth and change the water into steam, so it expands and move up to the surface of earth. And it is used for steam, means steam is used for many purposes. For example, the steam can be piped directly into the houses and offices for heating purpose, so it can also be used for generating electricity. Next is energy from biomass. Biomass is plant or animal waste that can be burned as fuel. Other forms of biomass are garbage, farm waste, sugar cans and other plants. These waste are used to run power plants. Biomass means it is also called fuel. So biomass is plant or animal waste and that can be burned as fuel and used fuel for many purposes. Another forms of biomass is garbage and farm waste can also used to run power plants, means many industries get maximum electricity by burning fuels. Many industries that use forest products get half of their electricity by burning bark and other wood waste. Biomass can serve as another energy source, but problems are there in its use. Means many industries get maximum electricity by burning bark and wood waste. So biomass is used for energy, but problem is that their use. Next, when animal dungs, dead plants and dead animals decompose, they give off a mixture of methane and carbon dioxide. So electricity can be generated by burning methane. Past ago, when animals dead and dungs and dead plants and dead animals decompose, so they give mixture of methane and carbon dioxide, and methane is used as a source of electricity. Means when methane burns, so electricity is generated. Thanks for watching my video. Allah Hafiz.